what is Debbie going to run on? What's her platform going to be? Like,
you mean, how is she going to make me look not capable?
Yeah, I mean, is that her whole platform? Is it the scary, crazy leftist? Is that the thing?
That will be part of it. She will definitely have AIPAC. That'll be running nonstop, whatever about me as a self-loathing Jew and whatever other stuff.
Yeah, they already pledged $100 million to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. And between like June and August, I'll be the only primary left, so it'll be fun. It'll be a whole party with me and AIPAC.
They'll find another 50 million for you.
Yeah, have at it. But here's the thing.
In your head. Yeah.
I don't know what other candidates do in terms of their community networks, their coalitions, how involved they are locally. So when we look at certain campaigns and all the money, we're looking at fundraising and we're looking at like national level stuff. But I don't know what any of those candidates' ground game look like. I don't know how involved in their communities they are, because at the end of the day, it comes down to voters.
Right.
So they can have all the money, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we need the amount of money we need to reach the amount of people we need to reach. Right. I don't need more than that. Yeah. She can raise 10 times that. Yeah. And it's not, that won't matter. Like, there's this point of diminishing marginal returns on her end. And so I don't know. I feel like I feel good. I know they're going to attack me. I know they're going to say things about me. Fortunately for me and unfortunate for her, and I'm sure she's done such a deep dive into me by now that it's just probably eating her up that she can't find anything. But before I ran the first time, I had a friend's husband do like an investigation into me, like he didn't know me, like to see what would come up. And then they gave me the report, and it was so disappointing. Like, I literally have had the most boring existence known to man. Like, other than moving, there's literally nothing. Like, it's so boring. Right. So what is she going to say? She's going to say, I have no experience. Right. She's going to say that I'm so left that it'll make the seat go Republican, which is absolutely a lie. That's not true. Right. And so, like, that's it. She's not going to really be able to. What is she going to stand on? What? Well, did she done her job? Yeah.
So will you have an opportunity to debate? Are you guaranteed debates? Is that
Oh God, no. She will. This is my prediction. Actually, Peter and I have sort of like a wager on this. My prediction is that we will get all the way to the primary without her even mentioning my name. She won't mention my name. There's not a single chance in hell she'll purposefully be present anywhere where I am or debate me. Right. So now Peter thinks that eventually that she's going to end up having to sort of say, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But no, last time she just ignored it and completely pretended that it wasn't happening. I don't think she'll be able to do that as well, because I think people will ask her now, especially if we have as good of a showing as I think we will in our first one. So, and it makes us viable for endorsements, viable for different things. People will ask. Right. I still think she won't say my name. That's my prediction, guys. We'll have to wait and see.
So there's no requirement for debate. We don't have to debate in a democracy. I know, I love this.
Well, here's the thing. I don't debate anyway. I don't want to. Okay. I don't want to. What are we going to debate? We're going to debate Israel? No. We're going to debate healthcare? No. Right. I don't feel the need. I really don't. So that's the other thing. Debates are just theater. And nobody really ever changes their mind. Nobody watches the debate now and goes, everyone just thinks their person wins. Right. And it's just theater. And I honestly, Yeah. So no, I have no need to debate her.
Yeah. Good. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, so I have no idea. I mean, obviously she's Jewish and in Florida, and I'm sure she's extremely pro-Israel, but is she boxed into that? Has she made statements that are going to end up being really inflammatory if the public really turns on Israel?
She has been AIPAC spokesperson over the past week. Twice now, we've seen her on the Capitol steps. Just recently, I don't even remember which one it was, just a few days ago, when she was talking about something horrible. Oh, about the hostages, about that Hamas is rejecting the deal. We need to get the hostage back. Yeah, nobody is going to accept a 6-week ceasefire. That's not happening. That's ridiculous. Nobody would do that. That's just stupid. Right. So she was saying that. She's been putting herself front and center on this issue all over the place. She's the gift that keeps giving. A few weeks ago, she stood on the steps of the Capitol and said about the resolution that said anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. Right. And most of them signed that. So in other words, 2 + 2 is 5. Okay. Yep. So she stood on the steps of the Capitol and said that anyone who wouldn't sign that doesn't have a soul. Yeah, I saw. Yeah. Right. Now, and again, she's an expert on the soulless. Yeah. But you know, she is making herself so front and center in this. This is so not going to age well.
That's exactly what I think, because, you know, people's votes on the Iraq war haunted them down the line. Yeah. But you got real-time reporting on this stuff. Like, you know, public opinion is going to turn really hard on this. Well, you see further down the road
how Biden, both because electorally and because I think he's realizing that he is now complicit in a genocide by providing arms to, you know, people who are plausibly committing a genocide, that could have some sort of, I mean, it will never, because what is that Hague Act will like go in and, you know, the US will go in and attack the Hague or whatever. But I mean, there are implications for being complicit in war crimes. So it's been interesting to see now, you know, of course, I mean, it's all just words and rhetoric as he sends all of the weapons to the people who are massacring and starving Palestinians, and then, you know, dump some food on their heads, killing 5 people, this pier that's ridiculous. But it's been interesting to see that there's some attempt now from, you know, Schumer, for instance, to distance himself from Netanyahu and again act as though he's an anomaly and that he's not representative at this point of basically the psyche, I think, in most of Israel.
Yeah, no, it for sure is. People need, Netanyahu, yes, and he needs to go and he needs to be in prison. That's a whole other song and dance. But it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter. The freak show, but Ben Gvir and those guys they're psychopaths. Yeah. It doesn't matter who's the person there any more than it matters who's the person here.
Yeah. And it's, you're not going to get a more progressive replacement, most likely.
Oh, no, you'll get a more conservative one.
Exactly.
And then the other problem I have with all of this, and this goes to Chuck Schumer, this goes to Joe Biden, it goes to any of them. Too little, too late, doesn't matter what you do, you will never, ever, ever. This will never be redeemable, ever. Yeah. I don't care if Joe, they could build them an international airport and start taking people out tomorrow. Yeah. Too late. Oh, well, you are wrong. And it doesn't matter. And at this point, I honestly am like, you're having 1 million plus people that are going to starve. You can't just then in a few months bring in food. That's not how this works.
No, of course.
So this was always ending with a couple million dead people in the desert. Ever from the very beginning, I have been saying this whole time. There is no way they created a scenario where there's no turning it back.
Yeah.
So they are unredeemable.
It is unredeemable. What's your response when people say, "Oh, well, Trump would be so much worse"?
Worse than genocide.
I know it's like a little bit pregnant. No, I mean, I don't even understand.
I refuse to engage in that. That is the most ridiculous thing ever, because as when I was at that event with an entire tent full of people from Palestine who are like, they're like freaking out. I don't think they really care if it's Trump at this point.
Yeah.
So and anybody, quite honestly, if you're in a position where that truly affects you, really affects you, consider yourself very privileged. Yeah. Consider yourself privileged. It's the difference between those two people truly affect you. Not just you don't like him and he says mean things and he's disgusting, but truly affects your life.
And assuming Biden loses, the war is going to be pinned to his loss. So Trump would take power and have the public massively against the war by default, because Biden just lost because of the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trump, Trump doesn't have an ideology. He's just a narcissist. No.
Yeah.
So it's not like he'll go with whatever will make him look best. That's how he works. He goes with wherever the people from above whisper in his ear.
Right.
But he doesn't have like I don't believe actually a personal agenda, whereas Joe Biden is a staunch Zionist.
So, yeah, I mean, so much so that apparently like Menachem Begin thought that he was a, genocidal maniac back in 1982 when he didn't think that they had gone far enough. And when Reagan said that the invasion of Lebanon was a genocide, Reagan to the left of Biden on this. Crazy. Yeah.
So, the Trump is worse thing. Look, I'm not getting into it with people. If they feel that way and they have their Trump fears and their whatever is about. But people who truly know and follow policy.
Yeah.
That really pay attention, they know that it doesn't, that is not scary.